Look at what happened in a Lexington neighborhood when a pipe burst. Water gushing down the street, looking like a river. It all flowed downhill right into a man's house. When no one would take responsibility, 2 Wants to Know's Kevin Kennedy stepped in.
Searching for a new house.
Well, we were living in apartments before.
Can be tiring and exhilarating.
She decided that she must own her own house.
Edward Cummings' daughter buying this Lexington home for the family.
She inquired a few places, and this was the best option.
The house big enough for all 6 of them. It was, in a word, perfect until one afternoon.
Well, I was in the house, and I suddenly felt water at my feet. I said, wow, where did this water come from?
The cause outside. A city pipe bursting, water shooting up onto the street, pouring down to the home.
I came out in front and I thought the house would have been washed away off the foundation, the way the pressure of the water was coming to the house.
3,500 gallons a minute gushing out, creating a river around the home.
It was an enormous disaster. It was really an enormous disaster.
Within minutes, the bottom floor is underwater.
There was just water everywhere. That's basically what it was. And I knew at that point, like, this is bigger than, you know, what it looks like.
Edward showing us the damage inside. The floors destroyed, the walls damaged, water penetrating almost every nook and cranny.
All these closets. We got another room there.
In less than 30 minutes, their home is decimated by water.
And we couldn't believe what happened. Oh, I was shaking.
Almost 60 minutes after the pipe burst, the water is shut off. So much destruction already done.
For me, the city should be taking full responsibility for this. It was everything happening on their side.
The family reaching out to the city of Lexington and their insurance provider. The cost to repair all this, upwards of $80,000.
Well, they just said they're not covering this, and the city said the same thing. They're not responsible for this damages.
Why is a question we wanted to know. Let's start with the city.
The claim was denied because there was no known negligence on the city's part.
Basically, the city had no reason to believe the pipe would burst. The lifespan is about 75 to 100 years, and it was installed in 1960.
The city is held to reasonable operating standards. And when there is no known cause, there was no reason, there was no negligence on the city's part to know that this was going to happen, that it was going to do this kind of damage.
Which brings us to the homeowner's insurance policy. Conrad Caldwell isn't their agent, but he is a licensed insurance agent.
Unfortunately, most people don't have a flood policy. When you live, you know, more towards the inland side of the state, away from the coast, flood's sort of an afterthought.
I then checked my insurance policy, and sure enough, I'm not covered. Flood coverage is separate, but available.
Anybody can get a flood policy as long as they have an insurable interest in the property they're insuring. Could be a home, a business, or just a tenant policy where they're just covering their personal belongings.
The sink was here.
As for Edward's home, after a few months and some concerns about mold in the home, the city did file a claim with its insurance company and assist with the cleanup, a $30,000 project.
And we kicked into action recognizing that we needed to assist them in these remediation efforts.
The home now safe, but nowhere near put back together, all because the city pipe,
I think it's grossly wrong.
failed, and most insurance policies don't cover this kind of damage. Kevin Kennedy, 2 Wants to Know.